I'm Sarah.
I'm Helen.
And welcome to UKPOP, where we keep it real.
Hey! Welcome to UKPOP.
Welcome to episode 9, everybody.
Yeah, episode 9. It's been a long time coming. I can't believe it, episode 9. That's really soon. That's come around.
It has, isn't it?
Yeah.
Gosh, that's fine.
And we're going to throw our party for episode 10. It's going to be... You're not invited.
No,
sorry, just saying.
You have to listen to us.
You're going to listen to us like Grease did last time. You're going to listen to us eating cake.
Probably chicken.
Yeah, probably chicken, because chicken is our theme, isn't it? Chicken is our UK.
It's our UK-pop snack.
It's not a podcast recording without copious amounts of chicken. And that's the way it should be. Yeah. I don't know how anyone else copes. Like, this is just...
So did you have chicken today? No. So then how? Yeah.
No wonder your podcast was shit. Like, yes, exactly. Throw down.
Them fighting words.
Yeah, well, you'll see. That's how I got the strength to fight, because of the chicken. Weakling.
Ayo.
Eat your asparagus.
Yeah, he's looking at keep your asparagus.
Keep your asparagus away from my ass. Okay, so yes, welcome to episode 9. Hope you enjoyed episode 8.
Yeah, we had some good ones in episode 8. I think.
No, they were all dreadful. No, they were all so good. Well, not all of them.
We had a the great Blackpink debate of 2018.
Yes, yeah. I'm sure ours was the definitive debate of... You don't need to look up blinks on Twitter. It's just us. You just need to listen to episode 8 and see what we thought.
It's gospel. Whatever we said. Yeah.
But here we go. So we've got 4 newbies? Yeah, we've got 4 new songs. We're sticking to our structure for now.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Would we ever switch it up? I think it works, but if you think it needs like a
well, I actually was thinking about this, and I feel like probably could have had this discussion without the mic going instead of talking about whatever other shit. But I feel like maybe even amongst our artist focused ones, so we can do another one of those quite soon.
Yeah.
Maybe we might benefit from a year roundup.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. So each pick like 5 of our favourite songs from this year.
Yeah.
And we will have to. Oh no. Listen, the logistics we can work out
later.
I was like, what if we both pick the same 5? It's like a half an hour podcast. Like no one listens.
We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. It's fine.
But I think that might be good. We each have a top 5 of the year, and or even we could do top 10 each, and then shorten the clips.
I like that. Early contenders for favourites of the year.
Oh God! Okay, one of the songs
we're doing halfway through the year.
So one of the songs we're doing on today's episode.
Ooh,
I'll be as which band it's going to be when we do it. NCT Boss.
Hey.
So that is definitely up there for sure. I don't know who else. I can't remember if The Eve by EXO came out this year, but that would be up there.
Oh, so are we including like any songs are out this year?
Yeah,
like,
not just ones we've done.
Nice.
Not just ones we've done. Any K-pop songs, and it doesn't just have to be K-pop. It can be just any Korean artists, so our non-K-pop ones too. So that's that's good. We made a decision about something. This is cool. December, right? So year round up. I think December's going to be different because we might have a Jonghyun related thing. Mightn't we? That might be
actually
good.
Yes. No, I think that'd be good.
I think we should do that.
Yeah.
So
that'd be nice.
Little Jonghyun. So we'll have that to look forward to. But we're also thinking of our artist focused episodes. We'll come up with some of those to do. But for now, we're sticking to our regular structure. And the first song we're going to listen to today is by MOMOLAND. The song is called BAAM. And listen, don't be
already like now.
Don't be confused. You haven't already heard this song. It is their new song. It's not their last single. Okay, this is BAAM. Alright, so that was a BAAM.
BAAM by MOMOLAND.
Sarah, thoughts?
It has the kind of Europop vibe because just purely because of the horns like in the dance break. Sounds like something you'd hear like in a nightclub when you're abroad.
Yeah, kind of, where you're like, why do the locals love this? And then you're like, wait, I love it too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Before you like insidiously, like oh wait, this is the best song ever. Yeah, it sounds like one of those sort of club tracks that you'd hear abroad. It's fun. Like I don't think it's trying to be anything deep. It's not. I don't know what it's about, but it's not trying to be like serious. It's not trying to be dark, or there's not a particular concept going on. It's just a fun, silly video where they get to dress up and dance a bit. And the song's got that sort of BAAM refrain, which is catchy and sticks in your head, which is what you want. But if it, I'm hearing it's the same as their last one.
So I'm about to play Sarah Boom Boom by MOMOLAND. And then when we get back from that, I'm not going to put the song in here because, again, you'll just get confused. And you will just think that I'm playing BAAM again because, let's be honest. We're going to stop in a second. I'm going to play it for Sarah and then we'll come back. Okay?
Let's agreed? Yeah, agreed. Let's go.
All right, Sarah.
Yeah, I mean, hell was dead on, to be honest. Like, they're way too similar.
It's the exact same song?
Yeah, it's almost... I've said earlier that it's almost brave that they would do that. It is just to like literally put out the same thing just with like a different packaging.
So they
and
have.
Then just, like, put it out.
They've got the horns that either take over the chorus or are the chorus, or they've got and then they've got the little breakdown, which is Jury and another girl whose name I don't remember, the one with the kind of sticky out ears. Okay. Like she's really cute. I don't mean that in a horrible way. She's got curly hair. Them two having that little sort of dance breaky thing where the whole song changes up
from everything else.
Yeah, they have that. Then even the dance move in the chorus where they're sort of just moving their hips and they put their hand up next to their ear, they do the exact same thing in Boom Boom, and it's just like, what? Why did you think?
Yeah, that takes balls. I'm sorry, literally. It's like, yeah, we're gonna do that, but again, just like because everybody buy it.
We have had this conversation before, and this is Kasabian behaviour. And I won't stand for it. I won't stand for it.
Kasabian.
Goddamn Kasabian. Hate them. They had one good song. Unfortunately, that's all of their songs. But they're not. They're not all good. It's somehow deteriorated in quality, but also it's the same song.
Poor MOMOLAND.
Poor MOMOLAND.
The Kasabians of K-pop. What the hell?
That's what the K stands for. It's Kasabian pop. Oh,
it's better than that. I don't know. Is it? This is lazy. It is on behalf of the label.
No,
is it YG?
Lazy,
are they YG?
No, they're not. I'm not
sure
what label they're on.
Like...
No, YG doesn't do many girl bands. Let's see, does it say which label they're on? No, it doesn't. Low and Entertainment.
Low and Entertainment. Okay.
So they're on Double Kick.
Right.
It's just like they're not. They're not being used to their full potential. I have seen so many like Instagram clips of them performing Boom Boom. They had another song, which I think was called Great. Okay. I don't know how that goes, but that's like the name of their mini album. Like but it's just not the difference between these two songs is barely there's no difference. It's so frustrating that their gimmick is like pow, bam, wow, Running Man, horns, little breakdown in the middle. Like no, it's not. It's not
very
okay.
much a look, isn't it? Like,
yeah,
like you said, they're not being used to their full potential. Like you say, Jury's got a really good voice, but it's just being put to one side because they look cute.
Yeah,
they can kind of dance.
And I think their concept so far is like a mishmash of that one girl at the front who's being like sexy and eye fucking the camera.
She was literally, and they gave her like a random bit with the microphone as well, didn't they? Like,
they just want that. I'm pretty sure that is Nancy.
Okay.
And she's like, she has the bit. I'm demonstrating it, except that this is recording my voice only. But it's the end of the second chorus or something, and she does it in the performances too. And they always make her wear a crop top. It's where she puts her thumb underneath the bottom and she pulls it out. So she's just, it's like she's tugging at her top. and it's so provocative, and I'm kind of like, ew.
Yeah.
She's a baby. She's 18.
You just get the sense that that wasn't her choice. Like,
Yeah, she does it every time, and it's like, and you can
else.
see them. This is one of the things that's like, I think is really clear when people talk about, oh, you know, they train them like they're trained to be pop stars, and it's like, yes, they are, but there's an element to it as well of like they train them to be different characters. And with this, like, you could, one thing I would say, if you want to see the effect of like the training of K-pop in how they present themselves, is watch the performers who are not the focus at that point. Watch them, like, because somebody at the front, or whoever, somebody who's singing or like leading the sexy part of the dance will be doing all that sexy stuff and like doing the face and the eyes and whatever, and then when they get to the back they'll just be like plain face, and it won't be their thing to be sexy. They'll just be like in position waiting to then be sexy again or then be cute again, and it is a little bit off-putting because you just think these girls have obviously trained so hard and don't just, and
then they're told just be sexy,
just be a bit sexy.
Top
yeah, it's just weird. And again, like, their other gimmick seems to be the kooky kind of dance, like the weird. They had it in Boom Boom, which is where they do that kind of their arms out to the side and like, it's just nuts. And in this one, it's sort of the running man, I guess.
Yeah, I think so. No, in BAAM it was the shoot dance thing.
Oh yeah, they do it on the.
But I didn't buy it, which doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, because they're in their heavy costumes.
But, and it's like oh. We're trying to be dorky, but it's not quite coming across. It's like, I don't know. They just seem like a product to me as opposed to a band. Like, they're very... Yeah.
And that's the difficulty with them, the difficulty and the difference between boy bands and girl bands is that with the girl bands, they can be, you can make them a bit quirky, but you've got to go for sexy and cute too. Like, they can't not. All the time, and it has to be like a conscious thing on the part of the girls to do the sexy looks. Whereas with boy bands, female fans are going to find them sexy no matter what they do. Like, they could be goofy all the time, and they will be female fans. No disrespect, like, because it's just a thing you do. Like, I'm the same. Like, I would see like the goofiest band in the world, and I'd be like, oh my god, I find that really sexy. Do you know what I mean? Like, it could be not even just in K-pop, human nature, like actors, anything like that. Like,
they could do the smallest thing, but he's so like normal. I want to take care of him. That kind of thing. It's
and it's something. I think that's something that tends to happen with like two men more than anything.
100%.
Like, they get anything can be translated as sexy. Anything.
The most basic shit. Like, you're like, that everybody does.
They'll be like, oh, look at that.
Oh, wow. And you're like, well, like, there was this one, I think it was Harry Styles, he was talking about, like, oh god, what was it? I think he was talking about sexuality or something once, and he was like, what he said essentially was, oh yeah, you should just be able to love whoever you want. You're like, well, obviously, but everyone's just like, oh my god,
king, so
like, woke king, like, I stand the right man.
And I'm like, he stand a woke king, like, oh, fuck off.
And like, he said the most basic shit, and everyone just goes mental. But like you said, I know I'm guilty of it as well, but I think it does happen to men a lot more.
Yeah.
So I just don't know why. Like, it's just odd. It's an odd biology thing, and I think it goes beyond K-pop.
Yeah.
But,
And the thing is, I think if we were both more like into stuff like gender politics, we'd have a more sensible way of saying this. But it does seem like I don't know. And what's interesting is that so I follow a bunch of like these Korean girl group Instagram accounts.
Okay, right.
And it'll be fans of Korean girl groups, and so many times there's a lot of times that they're run by men. Or like,
really?
I say men, like, I'm using that incorrectly, because one of them I found out recently is a 16-year-old boy, and I was like, but all he posts is like videos and memes and stuff of the girl band, so that's why I follow him, because it's not really his account, it's just an account that he uses to post about. This is sounding really bad, but because he posted on his story, he posted like, oh, I'm doing a Q&A, like, and someone was asking him like, oh, where do you live? And he was like, I don't know, Germany or something. But he was a K-pop fan, and he's 16, and I don't know how this ties into it, but his thing of his attitude towards the girls was like that they're so sweet and they do this and they do that, and it was really wholesome.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why, and I don't know how it plays into how they present themselves, because it's mostly Red Velvet and Twice that he's into, but it's just weird, isn't it? Like how everything, essentially the girl groups, they go for sexy and they go for cute.
Yeah.
And more often than not, boy bands either go for edgy or goofy,
Mm-hmm.
but it doesn't matter because that sexy thing is
sexy
still already there.
already there. But I don't know if this is like, I'm trying to think of a right way to say this. Like, I don't know if this is because as women who are attracted to men, that might explain it as to why like they can be goofy and silly and we'll be like, oh, that's that's still really hot. But if we were men who were attracted to women and we saw like MOMOLAND or like oh god, it's gone, AOA doing their thing, like with the computer game video they had, and we saw that and we were like, oh, they're being goofy and whatever, they're being a bit quirky, would we find that attractive?
Yeah. I don't know. But that's a good question.
It's weird.
But basically MOMOLAND, just their thing is they're trying to do quirky, but then it's almost like, but wait, just before we do our really kooky dance, let's show them we're sexy too, and it's just
as if that's going to make people pay attention more. Maybe, like if they
it's too over the top. It's too sexy. Like watch how they look at the camera, especially the one at the front. I swear her name is Nancy. If it's not, I'm screwed. But she's the main one, like at the front, at the beginning of the chorus, and it's actually quite full on how she does it, and you can see it when they do these performances. She's looking off camera, and then she's looking away. Like it's a really it's really intended. This kind of get your attention, then look away. I'm shy sort of thing. And it's really staged
because she's so young as well.
Yeah, it's a little bit uncomfortable. There's something uncomfortable about watching MOMOLAND. Even though I like them, I'm not keen on seeing them perform.
It reminds me of so the show Produce 48 that's going on at the
it's
moment?
Called what?
Produce 48.
Oh yeah.
So there was like this whole thing I was reading. I think it was on Career Boo. They had they make all the contestants who are all girls wear school uniforms.
Yes, I know the one you mean.
Yeah, and there was this whole thing in their article that people were complaining that it was like weird because some of them were really young and they're making them dress up as schoolgirls. Yeah, and I kind of get where they're coming from because I get that sort of kind of icky vibe here, and it just makes me think, who is that for? Like, who? I'm guessing they have loads of fans, so it's maybe just not just men, but. Who is it for? Like, why?
Yeah, why the schoolgirl?
Why the schoolgirl thing? Why is Nancy sort of making those faces to the camera?
Yeah.
Like, who is this for?
I know what I do. I know what you mean. It's
weird.
Yeah, but it was really deep.
It was. Sorry about that.
Well, there you go. So let's just hope that the next time MOMOLAND release something, it isn't the same goddamn song again. Jesus Christ, sick of it? No, I'm just kidding. Love you guys.
So moving on to Pristin V.
Yeah, Pristin V is our next song.
I'm a little bit confused. I thought it was Like a V, but that's the album.
Yeah, the album is called.
So the song is Get It.
Yeah, so Pristin V is a subunit from Pristin. I'm not a huge fan of Pristin. I don't hate him. I just don't rate him. So
I like that. Just don't rate him.
Pristin.
Is that what?
Yeah, look. Pristin. There you go, Pristin V. And it's
I think you have your career. Amazing. You read Hangul.
It's just phonetic. It's just phonetic. And it says the same thing in English. So this is Pristin V. The song is Good. This is a subunit. So let's just see how they do.
Let's get it.
자꾸 눈치 보지 말고 네 맘대로 내가 확 쏠게 wow. 해지게 말해줄게 내 맘을 세게 더 짙은 들어놔 단 한 번도 난 상상한 적 없는 너를 만들게 아주 살짝 나쁘 매력적인 레일레 그런 네 모습 어때 순진한 주인공은 대체 누구죠라고 찔하게 가득히 넘치는 밤 방 안에서 감정에 잠이 들까 유난히 전부 네 멋대로 get it 네가 원하는 대로 전부 네 멋대로 hit it 네 맘속에 불을 켜 누가 봐도 착한 널 달콤하게 속삭여 만져 놀래 아무렇지도록 get it 너를 모두 내게 맡겨 뜨거운 눈빛이 차가운 웃음이 내겐 더 잘 어울리는데 이렇게
You said you like this one.
I love it. Yeah, this
Tell us
is
why.
so I could see a girl band like Fifth Harmony. I get a full on Fifth Harmony vibe from
Yes,
this.
yeah.
I like it. I think it's just really gutsy.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of sexy, but if I say sexy, but it's not about you, sexy. Do you know what I mean? The dance they're doing is it's like they're sexy. They're doing dance moves that it's just like I do what I want. Kind of, yeah, exactly. And it's chilled. It's not like too provocative.
Yeah.
It's just like, look how good we look. This is for us. Like, I think the song is so catchy. I think it has a nice it's really well paced, and I think they all get a chance to do enough in it. Yeah. Why do you not love it?
No, I do.
I was really worried because you were like, well, you like it, so you say.
No, it's good. It's good. Oh no, I do like it. I wasn't convinced by the rap, but
yeah. Oh really?
I don't know. No,
I like her voice. I like her voice.
She's got I think her voice is nice. But I don't know why. I just think the rap's
rap
like
itself,
you can
not
just,
much.
you can kind of tell when someone's been designated
the rapper
as rapper,
we said
as
this,
opposed
didn't
to
we?
as opposed to them actually being able to do it.
Do I have to?
Yeah, but it's a really good song. It's got so much attitude.
Yeah.
It's great. It stands out, and I think I don't know. I think because it's more. I'm trying to think of like comparing it to say Elvis, for example.
Mm-hmm.
That was just circus level, and I don't think they bought into it. This, like you were saying, it's really gutsy. They're having fun in it.
Yeah.
They look good. They know they look good. They sound good. They're confident.
Mm-hmm.
They're obviously like very trained, and they know what they're doing. And it's just cool. It's just like watching someone being really good at their job, which is so satisfying.
Exactly.
And that's what this is, and it's great.
Because it's so Pristin. I think there's 10 members in Pristin.
Okay.
And as far as I know, 6 or 7 of them came from Produce 101.
Oh, right.
So Produce 101 had the group IOI,
Mm-hmm.
and then we did a couple of weeks ago. We did
101.
Wiki Mickey.
Wiki Mickey. Okay.
And some of the members from IOI went into when IOI disbanded. Those I think 2 or 3 of the members. I think it might only be 2, but 2 people from IOI went into the formation of Wiki Mickey.
Okay.
So they've gone out into different things, and then some of them went into Pristin. Or some of the contestants as well went to Pristin. So they're already like. It's the same with that guy Samuel from the previous episode we was talking about. Like, the public know what they can do. They've got a fan base. They're known. Pristin's other songs, like they've had some other weird songs, like. Oh, are they the ones who have... So they've got a song called Be the Star, which if you heard that, I think you would be like, oh, that's actually super girly, and it's not the same... We wouldn't even think it was the same people. But this is... I love this as a direction for them, and I really hope... Because it's not... It's gutsy and it's confident. It's not arrogant, but there is an air of arrogance, like just enough of it, that lets them do the dance with no hesitancy, like... Everything about it, they own every set they're on. You know, I just love it. I just think it's so cool. Like, it's like I want to be in this band, sort of thing. Or
I want to be their friends.
Want to be their friends. I wish I was cool enough to be in this band.
They have a clear image and a clear direction.
Yeah.
And it's a strong image as well, which is good. It's not kind of, are we cute? Are we sexy? It's like, no, we are sexy with this. We're confident. We're fun. We look like fun. We look like we're having fun.
And I think it will be interesting to see, because there's like, so 21, their whole thing was they were like, we are luxury bitches, we are bad girls, and you're gonna love us. But they could still do fun, and they could still do like ballads, and you'd buy it. Like 21 had some 1 or 2 ballads that just you accept it. You're just like, actually, you're killing this too. And I reckon that Pristin V would have a similar vibe. Like, if they continue as a subunit and they're really active, if it's not just we had this one song and we didn't have enough bits for all 10. Like if we had this song and it was like we just needed 5 of you,
Yeah.
it would be a shame, because I think this subunit has the potential to just be so successful in their own, like on their own
Right,
yeah. So I loved it. I think it's so good. I was like,
Good
as soon as I heard it, I was like, again, did a skip through, and I was like,
oh, take it back.
I was like, yeah, roll that back, add it to Spotify. My friend, you are going on my list.
Good. Yeah.
But yeah, so that was Pristin V. Get it. So next up we're gonna do New Est.
Yes,
right?
we do. We have
New Est has a
Déjà Vu.
oh my god. So again, like every time we come to a boy band, I thirst like mad, and I promise I'm not thirsting. This is more like, oh, if I was 5 years younger.
Yeah.
Right. Like, so I'm going to tell you now. His name is BtoB, and he gets a lot of attention because he's not thin, he's not chunky, he's muscular.
Right.
So let me just put that image in your mind. The man is a muscular man.
Okay.
We're talking 1-0 shoulders.
Oh, really?
Level. Yeah. He's like I think he's stacked, and I like it. So I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Stuck.
He's stacked, and I like it. Like, I'm here for it. I buy into the BtoB.
Okay.
But yes, we're gonna. What is the song even called?
It's Déjà Vu.
Déjà Vu. That's right. This is New Est. They're back, baby. And this is Déjà Vu.
난 널 그리워하고 넌 날 기다리게 해 아름답도록 아픈 내 맘은 너로 만들고 무너져 나는 깊은 마음이 차고 기억이 뒤바뀐 뒤로 뜨거운 날에 날 보낸 것 같아 시간을 뒤로 걸어놓는 곳에 날 데려다 머물게 해줘 내가 너에게 약속해 보이지 없으니까 기억을 걷는 이곳에 차라리 날 가둬줘 데자부 시간을 나도 모르게 속여 계속 멈춰 있어줘 데자부 잠시라도 사라지면 안돼 데자부 그리워서 노래해야 돼 나의 데자부
Well, there you go. Oh, please don't play that again. Sorry. Sorry, YouTube was just about to betray me. So that was Déjà Vu by New Est. Sarah, you are new to New Est.
I am new to New Est.
Yes.
It's very pretty. I really like that. The sort of the kind of sort of Spanish kind of guitar bit is very current, which is good. No, it's a really pretty song. They've just got like really light voices.
Yeah.
Just singing over it. It's lovely. Very chilled. Very, very mature. Like I had a hard time believing like the ages of BtoB being 22 because it sounds the song sounds mature. They sound like adults when they sing it.
And we just say it. He's a fine man. Like he's 22 years old, so we can't go
He's
there.
a very
Because we discussed the cutoff in it, like
24, 25. I think we said 24.
24. Listen, 24 opens so many doors to us.
24.
Down is still 24. Yeah, 24. We need to keep it at 24.
It's got to be 24.
And in 2 years' time, BtoB will be in that category. Let's just put it that way, because he's a baby, so we have to leave him alone. But he looks like a whole man.
Yeah, he does. Like, it's unreal.
If I was his older sister,
unreal.
I'd be like, you can't go out.
No,
like, you're not allowed
like,
out because they'll eat you alive.
Yes. I'm like, you have to stay here until you're like.
You have to stay here and
age.
lose some weight. You have to stay here and become thin, because when you're stacked and muscular like that, you got to stay in because the women will be all over you.
It's unreal. Like
he looks so fine.
Like otherworldly.
It's not even just his build; it's his posture. He
he
looks
carries
and he
himself.
stands like a man.
Yeah.
And 22 years a man,
Yeah.
but how many 22-year-olds? When we was 22,
Yeah,
22-year-old men were not men.
No, they were all lame as hell. They were
They're
not like
boys.
BtoB. Yeah.
It doesn't change.
Yeah.
Shit, it doesn't change. But
it's still like that. The 22-year-olds is still like that.
because I played Sarah Where You At, which was, I think, you know, because you watch the clips now, like the performances they do on the music shows. I think Where You At was their first win, as in, like, you know, when they so that ever since then they've kind of been on the radar a little bit more. And I was saying to Sarah about 101 half or all or whatever. There's 4. So there's normally 5 members of New S, and his name is Minhyun, I think. The one who only one of them was successful on Produce 101, and I think 4 of them went on it out of the 5. And so one of the members of New West is currently in 101. It's really weird to explain that, like, members from an established group will be in a different group for a little while. Weird. It's so weird. Yeah. But that's what's happening. And that's just the situation we're in now. Because it's just weird that we would have Pristin V on before. That's what reminded me of it. Yeah. Because Produce 101 Series 1 was the girls, Series 2 was the boys, and so most, if not all, of the band members went on Produce 101. Only one of them went through, and he's promoting currently with 101. And then when they disband, which they eventually will do, he will come back into the group. So that would be kind of cool to see how they rework the songs to include him in it. Yeah. I know that they've said, you know, when you see interviews and stuff, they're like, oh, you know, it feels so weird to have our first win without him. And I'm like, oh my god, you baby boys are so sweet. I'd be like, he's a snake, he left you. No, I'm kidding, he's not a snake. I'm
Judas,
kidding. He left you, fam.
But he might like him coming back because of the success 101 have had. Like,
it'll boost it. I mean, their kind of appearance on Produce 101, that boosted New S no end. Like, that really helped them because the timing of it, like their song, they had their first win not all that long after 101's debut, and it all tied in. Like, they had this fan base now from Produce 101 who were interested in them, and they helped. So it's been actually like their fans have helped boost their profile so much. This song in particular, like Where You At, was one of my favourite songs from last year. I rinsed it, like I fully, like I was saying last time, there's sometimes with I get compulsive with these K-pop songs. I will listen to it on a loop. I will just non-stop, or there'll be like 3 songs in a row.
I know the feeling.
Like it's so bad, isn't it? I was doing it with Good Evening.
Oh my god,
because
I would do with Giddy Up. And, Giddy Up and Jealousy. Because
Jealousy,
episodes.
Jealousy is still, I still do it.
It's the
Jealousy.
one. Yeah, it's the one. But it was because we did them in the same episode.
Oh yeah, we did.
And just after that, I was like, I listened to nothing else. Like, just those 2 songs.
With me, if I start to hear the end of Good Evening, where it's like dun, 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 I'm like rewind.
Straight away.
I just want to hear that again. I don't feel safe until I hear that again. And then I know, and then I'll just be standing outside work, and I'll be late because I want to hear the end of the song. Ridiculous.
It's got to be done. Yeah. Or I'll like walk to my desk, like listening to it. Walking slowly so I can get to like
the end. Yeah. So that's what I was like with Where You At. This song, not so much. Like this, to me, this sounds like a song. It's good. Don't get me wrong, I like it. But it sounds to me like one of those songs that you hear on the radio all through the summer, one summer, and then never again. And then
like
you're
Despacito. Like when was the last time you heard Despacito?
Oh my god, yeah.
It's like disappeared.
You only hear it in like memes now. Do you know what I mean? Like, that song is a meme, so it's not. But everything, like, it's one of those songs where you're just like, did you remember that song that's like, oh yeah, I remember that, and then you just change the conversation. That's it. Because no one really wants to talk about it. But yeah,
that's so true.
But I do like it, and I do look forward to more from New S because I think. Again, this is probably not this song isn't the best example of it, but BtoB again. Listen, we're not obsessed with him, but he's fine. His vocals in Where You At are like he has bits where he just has to belt out really like quite high register vocals. Like, listen to it and you'll see what I mean. Like, his bits are just, he doesn't get to just chill out and sing a bit. He has to belt out everything. So we know what they're capable of in terms of singing and dancing. So I just hope that they just keep sort of like, that they become as successful and kind of get to travel and do as much
Yeah.
as like Monster
And
X
have
get
world
to do.
tours and stuff.
Yeah, I really hope they
Yeah.
get that because they deserve it. They're so hardworking and they're just good guys. You know, they're just sweet. We're going to do the last one of the new songs. I didn't think my queens would be back so soon. Like, they dropped
Helen's
this as a
best friends,
surprise,
yeah.
and I feel like, I mean, maybe it was just that I haven't been paying attention, but this came out of nowhere. Like, I just saw on YouTube. It was
Yeah,
YouTube.
wait,
I was
what?
like,
Yeah,
hang on a minute,
yeah.
the hell is this?
Yeah.
And suddenly Red Velvet are back. Suddenly Red Velvet are back. And the song bangs, and we're going to play it for you now. This is hashtag Cookie Jar by Red Velvet. Oh, God.
Hashtag cookie jar. Put your hand in the cookie jar. どこでもいけるわ。ドキドキが加速してくの。Hashtag cookie jar. Put your hand in the cookie jar. 溶けちゃいそうなチョコバー。キラキラな世界に飛べそう。Hashtag cookie jar. 大胆不敵にわがまま放題。
There we go, that was hashtag Cookie Jar. I love them so much. I'm so happy for them. They're just the best.
Talk to us about Cookie Jar.
Okay, so Cookie Jar, please just it keeps threatening to start this stupid song. I'm
ruin
sorry.
the vibe.
I'm using YouTube and it keeps threatening to play a song I don't want to hear. Ew. No.
Anyway,
So,
Red Velvet.
my girls. Okay, so the song came out of nowhere, right? Cookie Jar. I love everything about it. I love the kind of like, it's for me, it's got a bit of a Spice Girls vibe.
Yeah,
to it.
yeah.
Do you not think it's a total Spice Girls song, which
Yeah.
is a compliment in the highest order? Okay, they're the peak girl band. They all look amazing. Like Red Velvet never don't look good. Do you know what I mean? Like they always look amazing.
Insanely good.
The outfits are always, they take you back a little bit. You're like, oh, hang on a minute, and then you're like, oh no, they look amazing. Sorgi, right? Listen, this is gonna be. This is so hard for me because I have so many feelings about it, and I've been listening to this song straight for a week, so like
Right.
however long I've been,
Yeah.
it feels like forever. So I've listened to it so many times, and I just love it. I've used up so much data streaming it on YouTube because it's not on Spotify yet,
They need to sort that.
and I'm here
Because,
for it. I'm like, do you know
yeah.
what? I'm about that life. I will like, I will stream
Worth
this
it.
exactly.
Worth it.
So Sorgi, all of them kill it. That's all I can say. So like, Irene doesn't really get to do too much in this video. She's the one with the beret.
Okay.
Except for look good, and she looks so good. Like Irene is the visual for the group. That's her. I mean, they're all, in my opinion, they're all the visuals, but they all got like Joy gets to sing so much in this. She kills it too. Wendy and Sorgi, you already know they're gonna smash it. But there's something about the way that Sorgi sings the chorus.
Her voice is really nice.
Yeah,
I
and
I like hers the best.
There's like something about the way she pronounces the way she says put your hand in, and it's like so American sounding. And it's like, oh, I love hearing her sing in English. I love hearing them all sing in English, but it's just amazing. It's fun. It's got that same, there's so many Red Velvet themes that come back. Cake is something that's always in their videos. Like they have a bunch of videos where it involves food and maybe something not being quite right with the food.
Okay, right.
So I think it's a video for Automatic where you feel like they're getting revenge. They're going to poison someone. Maybe that's just how I interpreted it. There's all these different things where they're sitting around a table together, and you know they're hatching a plan. And like we said before with their videos, it's always like something's happening, and then you realise halfway through it's not what it seems, or something weird is happening.
Yeah.
I just love them. Oh, my best friends. Go on, Sarah, take it.
They do that kind of unsettling, kind of weird videos
Yeah.
very, very well. I was saying to her, like, if it's got a weird ending, you know it's a Red Velvet video. You know, of course, of course there's ants in the biscuits. Like, of course there's like a weird worm in the cake. Of course there is. And they go along with it. They invest in it really well. Like their expressions, like I've forgotten which member it is, but one of them sort of pulls that string out of the cake, and it's just like
so
like
Wendy,
horrified. It's so good.
Wendy's cake has the string in it.
There's one with a button in it as well.
Sulgi has the button. She bites into a bit. I think she bites into a biscuit, and then it's like a purple biscuit or something, and then there's a purple button in her hand.
Yeah.
What else happens? So, yeah, I don't know what Joy has. Joy's drinking a milkshake, but I don't know if anything happens with that. But yeah, Wendy's the one who pulls the like, weird cord.
They just invest in it, and they act it out really well. And the song is a bop. It's so good. It's just really fun and furious.
It's relentless, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think it's watching it with the video and how the video takes that weird twist makes the song for me almost sinister. But I like that.
Yes.
Like it's all like, oh yeah, put your hand in the cookie jar. Like what are you gonna pull out? Like it might not be good. Needles.
Yeah,
kind of
exactly.
thing. Yeah, it's just gonna. It makes that song just that little bit. It just gives it a bit of an edge, makes it a little bit dark, which I really enjoy.
The dance is on point too.
Yes.
It's so good. It's fun. It's
Really,
they've got the bit. I like the bit because they always
zombie
focus on Joy when they're doing it,
Right.
but where she's putting her hand in a cookie,
Yeah,
she's pretending she's got a jar in her hand.
Yeah.
I just love it. Oh my god, it's so good.
It's a really strong song. It's really good. Like
come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It really did. Because
Really
they've only
good.
just done all the Bad Boy stuff, you know, all the stuff from Perfect Velvet and all that. They've literally only just stopped doing all of that, and I'm so good. Like I didn't think so. I would have planned this better. I would have been like, oh, this is their comeback, but it's not really. I'm so sorry because I know you don't like the BtoB, but we could. I didn't think it would be worth us doing this as a Red Velvet comeback. Purely because I want to find a song that's really different from their first song.
Right.
But either way, I don't know if this counts as a comeback because, like,
they came back already.
Yeah, it hasn't been that long. It's not like they've taken a break. But in K-pop, they do this. They do this all the time, where it's like, such and such are planning for their comeback. It's like, but they're still promoting their last album. Like, how is it a comeback? Yeah. It's kind of it's a weird scenario that happens in K-pop quite a lot. It's like they're going to start working on their comeback, or they're preparing for their comeback, and you're like, you know, they've just performed on the show you're announcing this. Like, what are you doing?
Did they even know this is happening?
They know the look on their face.
Coming back.
I thought we were going on holiday. But I love it. I don't know how. I don't know how they could ever disappoint me. I know that sounds awful. Did you see? So KCON was in New York.
Right.
The like K-pop convention thing. It was in New York.
Oh, it's when they did Bad Boy in English.
Did you hear it?
I didn't watch it.
What's it my god! So it was only from the second verse that Yeri starts.
Right.
So it's after the first chorus. That second verse. They do it in English from there.
Right.
And it's really, really good.
Oh, cool.
Like, it's very obvious that they're lip syncing in the performance that they do. But you would, Wendy she speaks English, so she's bilingual, so it would be easy for her, but the rest of them I have had to learn these things.
Course,
so it's understandable. But it's so good. The lyrics are really sweet. The song sounds good in English. That's the sound of a good pop song, you know? And so... Yeah, I fully love Red Velvet, and I was so excited when they came back. I don't know, I just love them so much. And I was like, I'm so happy for you. You don't know me, and I'm so happy that you've done this.
No, it's cool.
I love Red Velvet.
They are worthy of that love. They're so good.
They are, aren't they?
They're
and also, they always have food in their videos, and I love that. I love food, so it's just
Red Velvet and food. Yeah.
So that was Red Velvet, you guys. That was our newbies, an unexpected newbie there from
shock
from
entry.
Yeah, they came in and they stole the show. Yeah. So next up, we're going to go for a classic. So I think in one of our last few episodes, we did the Super Junior song. We did Lo Siento, which was cool. And I think I was trying to explain, like, Super Junior were veterans. Like, they're in their 30s now. Doesn't stop them from looking so good. Oh my god, they look so good. So Super Junior is our classic K-pop for this episode, and we're going to do a song. This is one of my favourites. It's got, again, a really funny video. I'm going to see what... Have you listened to it yet?
I've listened to it. I haven't watched the video, but I've listened to it.
Okay. So this is Mamacita, in parentheses, ay, ay, ay. In parentheses, ay, ay, ay. Let's do it.
The full title.
너는 왜 지금 입을 막고 있네 흘러가는 소리를 따르기로 했네 그냥 슛하면 잠잠해질 걸 모두 애써 바가지를 긁었대 슈퍼맨이라도 기대하고 있니 이만하면 놀기 좋은 세상 맞지 원래 하던 대로 가던 길만 가면 튀어서 망칠 맞을 일이 없잖니 강인하게 지켜 누리요 yes. 정리 역시 그렇게 말해요 yes. 특별함을 다 가진 우리요 도대체 무슨 일이 있어 너 Hey Mamacita 내가 아야야야야 잔인하게 깨져버린 꿈이 아야야야야 뭔가 무너지고 떠났어 눈물마저 담에 말랐어 감투를 쓴 자 무게를 느껴 You can do it 누가 먼저 시작했던 말을
Yes, Kings, yes.
Yeah.
Doesn't work, does
Yes,
it?
we stand.
Yes,
Yes,
Kings. I couldn't get AIDS
yeah,
stand
yeah,
for
yeah.
me so much. I hate the yes. It's yes.
Oh,
and
yes.
then we stand.
Yeah.
Legends. I just all
Kings is funny because you can just use it for anything.
Yeah. Throw it when someone if someone like falls down.
Yeah,
or
king
fails,
of falling.
just be
Or like,
hey.
someone's jogging, like king of jogging.
King of jogging.
Jogging
King of washing up.
Yes.
King of unloading the dishwasher.
King of reverse parking. Anything.
Definitely, you could not apply that to me. That is. No, bay parking I can't do. That's it.
Oh, okay.
I could reverse park into any space.
Queen of reverse parking.
Thank you so much. Queen, Kwee.
Queen, yeah, Queen. I stand. Helen, I stand you.
Oh, no,
I
you
stand
don't.
you so much.
We have not mentioned Super Junior. Alright.
Oh, sorry.
But they are
yeah,
Kings.
yeah.
What do you think of that? I love it. I love
It's so
Super
fun,
Junior.
yeah.
God.
There's really good fun. I love it, and they're so
So good.
slick as well.
They
like,
are.
they're on it. They're so on it.
So for
It's
like
great.
Super Junior is like part of that. You know, I was saying before about like the different waves of K-pop. Like I fucking know what I'm talking about. But that is a thing. Like Shiny and that like Shiny, Big Bang, and then like
Yeah.
kind of 2006 to 10 or whatever. That's the second wave where those bands are all slightly older now. And we were saying Super Junior. So there's two members of Super Junior. I think that are finishing off their military service. They're back promoting like Super Junior, obviously, because we did their song a couple of weeks ago. They are back and they are releasing songs and promoting or whatever, but they're not at full. They're full members.
Yeah.
In total, I think there's 11. There used to be 12 or 13, I think. I can't remember, but 11 now,
Yeah.
and they're just. They are veterans, and I
Yeah.
think they're great. And like you said, they're so slick for a group with so many members.
Absolutely polished. Like it's great. Spot on.
Super Junior
Yeah.
are just so good. Their
Yeah.
performances are like this all the time. Like their dance routines are on point, and they're never like. So I don't think they do particularly difficult dance routines to the extent where they wouldn't be able to sing live. But obviously the dances involve the whole group.
Yeah.
And so when they're in formation, it looks really good, doesn't it?
Yeah. And they're just all doing the same thing, like
Yeah.
wearing the suits.
Like
Like
they
they're
wear
wearing
the
these
hell
like
out of them
amazing
suits.
red suits in the video for this. And they all look incredible.
They do. So I think with their videos, there's not always because some of they've had some music videos which is like just the dance, so it's just it doesn't zoom in on anyone, it just shows them dancing, but they tend to have storylines in their videos.
Yeah.
Or like, and so in this one where they all had characters and whatever, and like there was another one where they have like I think it's the song is Spy, and they have a thing of like spies in that and stuff. It's just weird. So I think if you was to watch, if they did a stage performance, you do get to see each one more individually. But as for this song itself, what do you think?
Yeah, again, I like the song. It's fun. Like the video is fun. It just works.
Yeah.
It's very playful, very catchy. it doesn't take itself as seriously as like Lo Siento did.
Yeah.
Because that was very sort of serious and seductive, and we're singing in Spanish. This is like, oh, if this is fun. It's just it's just Mamacita and that's it, and it's a lot more fun and upbeat, and it's very. Although this was 2014, I think we said it sounds a lot earlier than that. This sounds like maybe something Cisco would have put out or something like that, like way back in the day. But it's good. It's a good song. I don't know if I'd listen to it again, if that makes sense.
Oh, okay.
I know, but it's like it's fine.
Yeah.
But for me, that's like as far as it goes. Like it's fine. It's an okay song.
I love it.
I know.
No.
Okay.
But it's fine. I think it depends. I feel like it does depend on when you get into K-pop.
Okay.
On the kind of K-pop that you go to, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
so like
that makes sense.
I like most of it, but I don't know. When I first got into K-pop, I wasn't really into girl bands. I was mostly just listening to boy bands. So a lot of my like original favourite stuff is boy bands, and then I discovered girl bands, and that's kind of opened up a lot more different sounds in K-pop, if that makes sense. So I can listen to the sweet stuff because the boy groups don't do that.
No.
But I can listen to it now because I didn't force myself to listen to girl bands, but I think when I discovered Red Velvet, I was like, oh, okay, no, actually, this isn't what I expected. So yeah, I just feel like it depends on who you start listening to as well, because I started with SHINee and Super Junior at SM. So there's a type of song that you get from SM. Do you know what I mean? Like with SM, you sort of know what to expect, and they can still shock you, but you know you're safe with them. Like they have such good songwriters, and it's pure pop. So I don't know. I love Super Junior, and I think this is fun. Like they do some really cheesy stuff too. Like I keep saying "Sexy Free and Single" is such a cheesy song, but I'm telling you, smack that onto the gym, and you'll just be like, I will do these squats.
I will be sexy free.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just cool. And I think their secret weapon, who's not so secret, is Kyuhyun, who is their main singer, and I just think he's so good.
His voice is amazing.
And like I said, he's currently you can hear the difference for me. Like you can hear the difference, because I think Super Junior is good, but he's not there. And he gets the main vocals, and he has been, because Super Junior were, when I think at one point four members at the same time were doing their military service. 4 or 5, it might even have been 5.
Right.
But so there was just no way they could do any music. So some of them have had their TV careers. Like Heechul is really active in TV, and so was Kyuhyun. He was a presenter. And now that he's in the military, everyone else has come back. I think there's only 2 of them in the military now, and one of them is about to finish. And so the band's just gone up again. But Kyuhyun is their main, for me, their best singer. He's not the lead singer, but he's one of them. And I think you can hear the difference when he's not on a song, because he's got such a good voice.
Yeah.
I love Kyuhyun. Even though he's the maknae, he's the youngest one, he's the baby. Yeah, but he's still our age, so it's not really.
Yeah, it's not really.
He's not an actual baby. He's a baby who's the same age. It's ridiculous.
He's an adult.
Yeah, he's an adult baby, which is so weird, but that's K-pop. So that was Mamacita. So we're gonna move on. We're gonna do our comeback throwback. Sarah is so hyped about this one. Look.
Yeah, if you could just see my face.
BtoB are veterans too, so we have to do this, okay? They're long time.
This is why I feel so awful, because they're because they're veterans.
They've been around for 6 or 7 years. Yeah. So we're gonna do BtoB. I can't even remember what the name of the song is.
So the comeback. Throwback is insane, and comeback is. But yeah.
Which one are we doing first?
Should we do insane? Is that we normally do throwback first, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's insane.
I don't remember the order we normally do it in, and I know last time we did AOA, we did Elvis and then New. So let's just do it that way too. I don't know if that's how we normally do it, but that's how we're doing it today.
That's what's happening. We're doing it that way.
We might be doing it wrong for 2 whole episodes, but who gives a shit? No one's listening anyway.
Exactly.
So we're going to do the old one first. So this is Insane by BtoB.
떨어져 걷는 느낌이었어 우린 커다랗게 부풀었던 풍선이 쪼그라들듯이 걷지 답답한 맘을 감출 수가 없어 나 뭐가 잘못된 거지 지난밤과 항상 똑같아 너는 외면하고 나만 매달리는 사이는 이젠 지쳤다고 항상 난 너였기에 너를 믿었던 나기에 매일 밤 외로워 괴로워 지겨워 내가 떠나줄게 네가 싫어지게 이제 더는 귀찮게 매달리지 않게 I'm gonna be better 차라리 없는 게 더 오늘따라 비밀이 너무 많은 너 Make me go insane Give me so much pain I won't be back again 넌 나만하지 않은 척 지금 전화받아 Make me go insane Give me so much pain I won't be back again
Maybe so my pain, but maybe Sarah, tell us your thoughts. You don't love it?
When I first listened to it, I did the whole skip to like a bit forwards into the song. See what it sounds like. Heard what it sounded like. I was like, oh. I didn't like skip back to the beginning. I just like let it carry on. It's just. I think it's what we described as like end credit music. I feel awful because BtoB are like OGs. Like this is, they've been around for a while. They know they've done it. Fully established. Know what they're doing. So I feel awful, but I was just like,
they're good boys, Sarah. They're good boys.
Yeah. Then why doesn't the song reflect?
That's
right. So all you
my God.
Exactly. So to all you nobody at all out there, it's just it's what we call like end credit music. We've been talking about this a lot about how you can just hear it playing harmlessly over the end credits while you like get your coat and prepare to leave. That kind of thing.
You worry what's going to happen to Kirito and Asuna. Like that's all that online. You got to watch that. Rep that. It's shit at the end, but it starts off good.
Or like when you're wondering if like your game's saved, like that kind of thing. It's just like, it's doing way too much. Like it's whiny. I find it cheesy. I just the rap like I think it was in the chorus and there's sort of like there's a rap like in the back. Someone's saying stuff in the background. It's just irritating. It doesn't sound good. It sounds forced into the chorus. No. Yeah, and it's I guess they're emoting a lot because it sounds like they're in pain and it sounds like they're hurting. It just doesn't make for a good song, unfortunately. It's just a bit whingy. Oh my gosh, I'm really sorry, BtoB. I'm not a fan.
So there's so much of boy band songs back around this time, and even so like we was talking about it before, wasn't we, just now when we did Super Junior about the second wave. And so for me, second wave K-pop is characterized by there's like maybe two things. One is the luxury thing, like the Big Bang whatever, 21, that YG locks. That's how you call it, YG locks. Shiny videos like full of like diamonds and stuff and cars, expensive stuff. That's like that was their way to be like. That was their image of pop and how pop music is done. We're pop stars and we're flashy, that kind of rock and roll. And the other thing that characterizes it is this. I don't want to say lack of self-awareness, because when we were kids, I feel like there's been a gap between like pop music in like the West has made a comeback to some extent, but there was a gap, wasn't there, where it was all guitar bands, or it was all like it was all rap, or it was garage. Like there was pop just didn't happen. We didn't have it, or if we did, it was kind of ridiculed. It was like if you were like a pop group or a singer who wanted to do pop, you went on Pop Idol, or you went on what's that called, X Factor. That was it. That was what owned it. So it kind of went out of style. And it's during this period that this kind of K-pop was happening. And it's like they're taking the old ideas from pop music. They've been influenced by that and put their own Korean spin on it. And it is this lack of self-awareness and earnestness like in this song, you make me go insane. You give me so much pain.
And genuinely.
Yeah, and the thing is, when we, back in the day, listened to a boy band, like, I don't know why A1 is always the first one to come to mind.
Yes, oh my God.
Why is it A1? They weren't even around for that long.
No, but that's the sort of...
That's the kind of thing that they would sing, and they would do a dance, and it would be earnest.
Yeah.
And then at some point, but it was almost like in England and whatever, we were like, actually, no, we want the Heize Chiefs, and we want the bravery. God, the bravery was so shit. Like,
God,
but it was like everyone wanted to listen to
Hardby.
guitar bands. Yeah, I fancied the hell out of the guy from Hardby. He had like the pointiest face. The pointiest face. But yeah, I don't hate it, because for me it's like, it just reminds me of old school pop music, and I think if you take it at face value, it's still not an amazing song, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to be like, if you listen to it with your heart, it's not, because it's not going to make any difference. It's not an amazing song, but they have a special place in my heart, BtoB. I don't know why, I just think they're sweet, because they've been around for a while, but they're still young, and I wouldn't say they're still figuring it out, but I just think they're consistent, and that's what I like about BtoB. But we have realised that we have done this in the opposite order from what we usually do. But again, you're not listening.
Yes,
this is just for when we listen to it back, and literally no one else.
So who cares what order it's in?
Listen, we've had our food, we've listened to some good stuff, we've talked our thirst.
No one's going to write in, so yeah, it'll be fine.
We don't care. So we're going to do their most recent song, which came out this month, and it is called Only One for Me. Yeah. I'm so nice. No, only one for me.
난 지금 내게 가고 있는 길이야 봄의 끝보다 훨씬 빠르게 할 말이 있는 걸 말하지 않으면 평생을 후회하며 살 것 같아 아마도 살 것 같아 너랑 숨쉬면 정신 못 차리겠어 눈이 감기고 I just want you to know I'm the real one that you're looking for 걱정은 보라다만 해가도 건너편에다 놔두고 이제부터 우리 사진 주워 담아 네 소나기 안에 아기자기 걸어둘 거야 어디든지 보이게 해줘 너 없인 안 된다 해줘 너 없인 안 된다 난 너여야 한다 아무리 생각해도 난 결국 너야 후회하긴 싫다 너를 사랑한다 Cause you are the only one 나는 너뿐이라는 걸 Let's get it on, let's get it on Why don't you be my girl Let's get it on, let's get it on Cause you are the only one for me 아직도 내게 가고
There we go.
You are the only one for me.
Oh my god, I sing so beautifully, you don't even know. The best voice. Sick of the haters, to be honest. So it is, sick of the haters. What did you think of that?
Sick of the haters, man.
I'm sick of it, to be honest with you. Like,
Hate just gets boring.
people coming for me, and I'm tired of it.
I've got too many enemies, it's just exhausting.
I do. Go for it, tell me what you think.
Weirdly enough, I like this.
Yay!
I like this one. Yeah, it's cute. Like, you said earlier that BtoB are consistent, and that's very true. Like, this just has the same romantic, earnest vibe that Insane does. But this pulls it off. It brings it up to date. I could easily see, I guess, like a westernized, maybe like Shawn Mendes or someone else equally awful, like putting this out, and it sounds more current, and it's just nicer. It's there's not so much going on. Like they're not rapping over singing. They're not belting out notes. It just sounds a lot more easygoing and a lot more chill.
It's kind of a nice, easy pace, isn't it? It's like it's cute, harmless.
It's really cute. It's nice. It's harmless. It's fun. It's funny. The rap's really cute, and it's romantic, and it just works so much better when they're not just chucking the kitchen sink at the song like they did with Insane. Like, this is lovely. this is really, really cute.
It's very grown up, isn't
Yes,
it? I think you can
You
definitely.
can tell there's been
they've grown up. They've all gone off and done different things.
Yeah.
Like I think some of them. So the guy, we said, so the rapper, the one is like, I swear this ain't a booty call. His name's Peniel, and he's, I think he's had his own album out as well. So they've all gone up and what is his name? Young J or something. I can't remember what his name is, but he's one of these. He's done some acting. They've gone off and done their own things. Like, so I like them, and I like this. I think it's fun, and it's got that earnestness, hasn't it? It's like,
it seems a little bit dialed back, dialed back.
Yeah, but it's a fun video, but it's not like they haven't overdone it with the look at us, we're goofy, whatever. They're wearing their suits. They have got personalities. Yeah, and it's just a nice song. It's not gonna break any records. It's not gonna, change the world. But it's a nice.
The fans will love
song.
it.
Yeah,
they'll love it.
And it's kind of grown up, and I like I don't know, that guitar riff you can hear through the chorus is good. I like it. But it's a vast difference, isn't it, from
Insane.
From Insane.
Massively.
Cause me so much pain. Why don't you be my girl? See, that's a remix of the two again. Like,
mash up.
You are the only one for me.
Yeah, thank you, BtoB.
Yeah.
We're moving on now to our non-K-pop.
Yeah.
We've got a couple of really nice ones. I like this first one coming up. It's Heize, featuring Dean. Is a dreamboat.
Oh my god, actual dream.
Who can do no wrong. I love Dean. But this first song is Heize, and it's called Angela. We like that one.
Yeah. Considering that this episode's going to come out in July, I thought, isn't that apt? Thoughts?
Awesome. Yeah, another favourite. I really like this one.
Another cheeky banger.
Easy going, so chilled. Again, it's got that sort of nostalgic kind of old 90s sort of sound. Heize's voice is lovely. Like, it's really interesting, really unique. She's got, I think we were talking earlier about that kind of indie girl kind of thing going on.
Yeah.
But she doesn't overdo it, and it's quite sultry.
She can
just works with
just
it.
drop it in, can't she? Yeah.
Just enough to make it just a bit quirky, and it works, and it blends really well together. Well, I say together. Dean does like 60% of the singing.
He really does.
Thank
God.
Dean sounds
not
amazing as ever.
He's effortless.
Just absolutely, just easy. Like, he can sing anything.
Well, like, all the backing vocals in the chorus are him harmonising with himself.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, yes, that's what we want to hear. It's got his
so cool.
tone of voice is so good. He can change it up. Oh, I love Dean so much. He's so good.
Yeah.
He's so cute in this video too. Like, he's just going along with it. I love it. Yeah, and it's kind of an in betweeny. I think, like, because she raps a bit in it, but then she sings a bit in it, and it bops along, doesn't it? It's not hard. It's not a hard song, is it? It's so cool. I think it's just cool. You listen to it and you're like, oh man.
Yeah, they're like the cool kids, aren't they? You're like, yeah.
They're like
Heize
the cool
and
kids,
V.
but also like the outcast cool kids. They're cool, but to themselves.
Yeah. They're like, we're cool.
Yeah.
They
Cool
think
to
each other are
themselves,
cool.
exactly. And they
that's
do
what's
shit, and then
important.
like 10 years later, they're famous for being themselves. And you're like, oh shit, at school we thought they was nuts. Yeah. That's what they seem like. And the video's quirky as hell. Again, they're fighting. They're trying to wind each other up, and they end up having a boxing
spits
match.
in his tea at one point and watches him drink it.
She super glues his shoes so that his foot sticks in it.
He puts a padlock on the toilet so she can't use it.
Yeah.
But surely he couldn't either.
Exactly.
That's not addressed.
Yeah, it's not addressed, exactly.
Doesn't matter.
What do you know that we don't,
exactly.
Dean? Huh?
Leaving that locks 2 bathrooms in my house. Kind of.
Jeez.
You've got another one
Wish I
outside.
had that life.
You do that, Angela.
I do love it. It's cool. Yeah, and we're going to finish off today with Epic High. Okay, so Epic High bang so hard. They're just a rap group. It's a trio, and in fact, if you I haven't watched it yet, so I couldn't tell you possibly what context they're in it. But there is a series on Netflix called, I think it's called Explained.
Okay.
And they just take little things that I don't know, phenomenon or whatever. But there's an episode where they look at diets. There's an episode where they look at. Now I watched an episode and I don't remember what it was about.
It was that good.
It was that good, but it was something to do cryptocurrency. So you can imagine how boring that would have been. It was like, oh, there's no currency. Shut up. But they have an episode about K-pop. And it's only half an hour long, I think. Still haven't watched it. But the thumbnail for the video features Epic High.
Okay.
So it's kind of cool that they're on there, and I wonder what they have to say about it, because they're so funny. Like Tablo, the main rapper, who I love his voice. Oh my god. I think he's so funny. He's very funny in interviews. He's very, like, I don't know, he's cool. He's on Instagram and stuff. So we're going to listen to a song that they released. They released a new album at some point, I think the start of this year or towards the end of last year, and this song was on it. The song we're going to listen to is People Scare Me. People Scare Me.
내가 태어난 1980년에 레논이 죽었어. 난 늘 최악만에 맞전해. 그래서 두려워. 익은 걸 썩은 취급하는 이 시대에 뭘 바래. 고개 숙인 뼈는 베이기만 해. 숨을 쉴 수가 없어. 듣기 싫어 평온 평화를 뺏은 놈들의 rest in peace. 박수 칠 때 떠나래 떠나야 박수 치는 세상이 참 무서워. 편히 잠들 수 없어. 난 이제 알지 사람 일을 모르는 법. 다 판사 노릇해도 Sometimes to get to God first you gotta meet the devil. Sometimes to get to God first you gotta meet the devil. 세상 돌아가는 법을 모른대. 굳이 또 어르신들 덕에 잘만 보는데 세상이 돌고 있는 게 그래서 이젠 스트롱맨의 시대 때 다 일으키기에는 달리가만 정의가 입이 무거워.
That was amazing. That was basically exactly.
That was still that was the end of the song.
Yeah. So now this is me talking. That wasn't me singing. That was. There I go. Just continue.
I really like this.
Yeah,
it's so cool. Such a cool song. I mentioned earlier. I don't know if it might have been early in this episode or one before. Where it's just cool to see people being good at what they do.
Yes.
And Epic High is that. Just like hearing them, they don't just speak in tune. They like rap. They have the skills. They know what they're doing. And it's so funky as well. The sort of the little sample they use in the verse is just very unusual and quirky. And yeah, people do scare me. People do scare me. But no, I really like it. It's good.
a deep song, man.
So, it's so good.
Because I like Tablo on his own. I like Epic High, but Tablo on his own, specifically him and his lyrics, I think he's so good. And he's really good at like wordplay, which I can't appreciate in Korean, obviously, but he's written it, like he speaks English, and he's done. So he did a song it was in 2016, I think. He did a song with Eric Nam. We did Eric Nam.
Oh yeah.
And
we did.
but Eric sounds really, really good on the song that we did. It's totally different.
Right.
And it's he did a song with him and a guy called Gallant,
Okay.
who's amazing. And the song is called Cave Me In.
Right.
And I'm obsessed. And I feel like we shouldn't do it on this. We shouldn't do it because it's
why?
not K-pop.
Mhm.
And none of it's in Korean.
Oh, okay, right.
And also it was just a record where they all sing in English. It just happens that it features two Korean
artists.
yeah, and but Gallant, he has, I don't know if he's covered any Korean songs, but he's kind of got a following now in Korea, and he has a lot of love for like Korean fans and Korean stuff. So, but Tableau's lyrics in that, again, it's just one after the other. It's wordplay and it's just twisting, and it's just cool, and he does it all the time, and that's why I think combined with the fact that he has a really good tone of voice for his rapping, it's distinctive, and he can put so much. Like, there's a bit of an edge to it. There's a bit of anger when he needs it to be. Like, some of the other songs that they had in the past, like, if he needs to sound a bit funny, he can do that. It's not just one note rapping. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to... I feel dirty saying her name, but Iggy Azalea. There's no subject. Do you know what I mean? It's like, she's evidence that talking fast is not rapping. Do you know what I mean? Like, talking fast over a beat.
Freestyle.
Oh my god, like, everything about it.
I felt so bad for her. She got dragged to hell.
And she deserved to. She needed to hear that, and I'm sorry. I know it's harsh to be like hating, especially on hating on a woman who's trying to make a career. Rap, but sorry,
I mean, there's a limit. Like,
yeah. Didn't she have? Because you told me this, that she had some lyric that was like, I'm a escaped.
Oh, runaway slave
runaway
master,
slave
and
master.
everyone was
I'd
just
like,
after that, it was like, fuck you again.
She, aside from the fact that she can't rap, why are you bringing stupid shitty lyrics like that?
But this is not that.
This is not that. This is quality hip hop, and it's a thing in it, like with hip hop using samples correctly and stuff. I think I like this when he sings a lot in this. Like, the first time I heard it, I was like, oh, this is cool, and I was walking along, and I think it's the second chorus where the strings start to come in under the sample, and I was like, oh man, this is really well produced. Like, there's a lot more to it. It's a more emotional song than you think. So I was like, what are they actually talking about in the lyrics? And the lyrics are kind of deep too. Like, he's talking about I think he says something like how at his dad's funeral the priest starts talking about celebrating life, or like, you know, death isn't real or something, and he's like, fuck you, like, this is like, we're at my dad's funeral. And then he's talking about he says something like, you know, I'm in the 37th edition of my diary or something, like, just talking about growing up and life and stuff. And it's just, I just think it's a cool song. Like, it's sort of serious subject matter, and they tie in the sample, the production and the lyrics so nicely together that if you listen to it, you can't just be like, oh yeah, that's a cool little rap song. You're like, I wouldn't need to know what they're talking about. Do you know what I mean? Because he obviously means it. And at the end, he's like, be with me, God. And you're like, oh, what is he saying that? What is he saying that? What does he mean? But they have more, like, on this album. So the album's called We've Done Something Wonderful. They have someone featuring on almost every other song, and they've got some really good. I would recommend this album. Okay. We've Done Something Wonderful, because they have some really good featured artists. They have Lee High, who I think we mentioned. We haven't done any of her songs.
I think
they've done.
Yeah, that rings a bell.
Yeah,
rings a bell.
Lee High, she's really cute. I cannot remember her name, but the girl from Act On Musician. We have to do some Act On Musician because they're so funny. They're so cute. It's a brother and sister.
Oh,
yeah, and their songs are like, she has an amazing voice. She features on one of their records, and yeah, they keep, like, it's been a while since they released anything, and then they brought this out, and they've tied in loads of like new artists and established artists, and it's just great. Like, they keep growing and they keep developing, and I think they're awesome. It's like, this is like K-hip hop, and they're like legends. So I just love them. They're the best. When I saw Epic High come, like, when I seen it on Instagram, I think was where I saw the thing where it said the date of when the album was coming out. I was like, no, they're back. Like, it was amazing. Yeah. But yeah, I think they're great, and it's that kind of, it's not that sort of I don't know much about their old stuff, but the stuff that they put out that I know, it's not that kind of shallow rap where they're just chatting shit about shit.
Yeah.
Like, look at all the money we've got,
yeah.
and I'm better than you and stuff, and just bullshit. Like, you know what I mean? It's not bullshit.
Yeah.
But yeah. So that was Epic High. People Scare Me, and I think is that the last one we're doing today?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh my god! Well done us.
Oh, good ones to end on actually. Good
Listening
ones.
to K-pop for another like couple of hours. That's literally all this is.
Pretty much.
So we are gonna have a thinking about what's coming out next month, and we'll draw up a list.
Yeah, we'll think about a themed episode at some point.
Yeah, I think we owe another themed episode.
Because they're good. They're really fun to do actually.
So episode 6 was themed, was it? Episode 6 was BTS.
And then we had Luna maybe episode 4 as well. I know it was like
It was 2
Was it
because
2?
we were like,
Wow,
this
really
is our
early.
structure, and then fuck the structure.
straight away, like
Actually
we
what
just
we
had
did.
to forget that for now.
Yeah, we were like, don't worry.
Yeah, of course.
We're gonna do, yeah.
Early on, but yeah, so we've done
Yes.
2 so far, and they're good.
Yeah.
They're really fun. I like themed ones. They're really good fun.
So there you go. Well, thank you for listening.
Thanks for listening as always, and see you next time.
See you on the flip side for some K-pop. Oh my god. Do you know how beautiful my voice
Can you
is?
just make that the end theme? Like, I'm really sorry, Moff. We like made our original one.
K-pop. See you next time. Don't be a flop.
Oh shit! Next time, like the little fine, like the little like Bobby Brown style. Oh, that's our end theme now. Apologies to our friend Moff Grimmers who like made the theme.
Yeah,
that's not happening anymore.
Sorry, Mothman. Yeah, and also listen, I keep saying that we need to every now and then just drop in a thanks to the big man.
Yeah,
thank you so much,
thank
Moff
you
Grimmers,
for doing
that
the
for
amazing
us.
theme that you hear at the beginning and the end. Was Moff.
Because
who's
we're
a ledge.
idiots, and I know. I mean, like, you know that if you listen, you know we're idiots.
You know we did not make that.
Me especially,
Like-
because you have also not just heard me talking, but you've heard the sound quality of what we've recorded. So you know that.
Pitching, no, honestly, the sound quality is fine, but we did not make the theme tune.
Yeah, we didn't, and thank you.
Thank you
And
to him.
so, oh yes, look. By the way,
News to all the people not
So
listening.
it's not necessarily news.
Oh, go on.
I think we should just mention the fact that the song that is used in the intro that Moff made us is 4 Walls by FX.
There we go.
I do think that
It's
we
an
need
actual
to,
song.
I think we need to cover it maybe next episode.
Yeah,
do
why
4
not?
Walls as our classic. 'cause
Yeah,
it's
sure, because it's
truly
true.
is a classic. by
Yeah,
the way.
it truly is.
you
You got swilling, you know what?
Yeah, it truly is a classic.
In
the annals.
Yes, in the annals.
In
the annals of K-pop. Yeah, it's a classic.
See right up there. It's up there. It's up there with Big Bang.
Yes, done. We'll do that.
Yay!
So, yeah, thank you. For that,
So thanks,
Mark.
Mothman, and
Yeah.
we'll see you next time.
Later.
Bye.